New England Patriots have been very busy in free agency, spending a lot of money on key free agents to retool their team after their 7-9 season and their first losing season in almost 20 years. Bill Belichick has been busy. Let's take a look at some of his signings. The key signings of the Patriots is free agency: Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, recreating that two tight end monster that they had in the mid-2010s. Matt Judon, former Baltimore Raven. It hurts for me to say that he's now gone. He is out of here. He's in New England on a 4-year, $56 million deal. He's one of the most underrated pass rushers in the NFL. Then you also have people like Kyle Van Noy returning on a 2-year deal. Nelson Agholor, Mr. Occasional Hands Agholor, coming in on a 2-year deal as well. Dude, that's interesting. I don't know how that's going to end up going. Good luck to Cam on that one. And Jalen Mills, safety, signing another deal with the Patriots. And they've had a few more than that. But the Patriots have been busy. And I think this is a sign that the Patriots aren't in a rebuilding mode. Bill Belichick was nearly 70 years old. He is not in a rebuilding mood. He's not at the age where you rebuild a team over the next 3-4 years. Bill Belichick is retooling. And this offseason, we've heard a lot of talk. We've heard a lot of talk about, Bill Belichick being, he wasn't the key in New England. It was Tom Brady all along. And unfortunately, that narrative has got a lot of backing. It's gotten a lot of more evident. It's become more evident because of Tom Brady's Super Bowl win. And with Brady won the Super Bowl, it automatically became clear that Bill Belichick, unfortunately, was not able to get the best out of Brady in those last few years. And he is, unfortunately, he might not be the guy. He might not be as good a coach as we thought. But that's bullshit. And let me tell you why. That New England team that we saw last year went 7-9. We're in the playoffs. We're 6-5 up until last few games of the season. But at the same time, they lost nearly half of their starting defense due to COVID, who opted out in the beginning of the year because of COVID concerns. They lost their starting quarterback for a while, Stephon Gilmore, who's their best defensive player because of COVID in the middle of the season. They lost a lot of key pieces. They had a rough season. And they were still able to go 7-9. Bill Belichick was still able to steady the ship in a way. And now they're back. They re-signed Cam Newton. They're likely going to pick in the draft. And I'm telling you, don't count the Patriots out. The Bills are still the class of this division, I think. But the Patriots, I think, are going to be right there with the Dolphins competing for a wild card spot. And Bill Belichick is out on a mission. I don't care whether he says it or not. I don't care whether we want to accept it or not. Bill Belichick is on a mission to prove that he is the head coach that we thought he was when he had Tom Brady. And don't be surprised. Do not in any way be surprised if Bill Belichick finds a way to coach this team to the playoffs next year. I would not be surprised. He almost did it last year if this team didn't fall apart. It was evidence last year he got the absolute best out of those players. There's no coach in the NFL who could have gotten the best out of that team as much as Bill Belichick did last year. That's why he's the greatest coach ever. We want to say, oh man, it was Brady, not him. No, Bill Belichick is still the greatest coach ever. 6 Super Bowl rings as a head coach. Had a great career before that as a coordinator. Bill Belichick, I think, is going to surprise people this year. So, I think keep your ear on that. Keep an eye on that, rather.